Welcome back once again to the Food and Drink Business Podcast live stream of interviews being conducted here on the exhibition floor at Food Pro 2023, sponsored by TriMat Systems. Pippa, you're back in the hot seat once again. Kim's had her set of...
Kim's had her fun.
I know,
and now I'm back.
she's out doing her other fun, so over to you. And who are we chatting with?
Well, we are chatting with CDE Design Solutions, and with me, I have Pete Sackett, who is the principal engineer and founder. How are you, Pete?
Great. Really
Good.
great. Thank you.
Excellent. Love to hear it. Tell me about CDE Design Solutions. It's a family company. Tell me about your history.
Our company history, there came a point in time when I no longer wanted to be called out 24/7, so I jumped the fence into the area in which I'd worked as a development engineer in manufacturing and food for many, many years. We established our little company 23 years ago, and we are a company which supports food and beverage manufacturers and other manufacturers in engineering roles to make sure their factories are well designed, perform well for them from an engineering point of view.
Mm-hmm. And what's brought you to Food Pro this year?
It is one of our core business areas, food, beverage, and all the allied industries that support it, such as ingredients manufacture, etc. And the people that come through here are the people that are the manufacturers themselves, and they need to know about us because they might choose to buy a shiny machine from one company and another shiny machine from another company, and then something else and something else and something else, and then they walk away and they're experts in what they do in their manufacturing, but they're not experts in putting those machines together for their factory, taking into account WHS rules and all the other rules, access rules, etc., etc. That's where we join in with them to allow them to have a operating plan which serves their purpose and is clean, efficient, tidy, etc., etc.
And speaking of, what are some of the solutions that you offer? What sets them apart from everyone else?
We acknowledge that they are the expert in what they do. We can never take on the role of being a marketing, manufacturing business. That's not our business at all. So we work with them and treat them as very informed clients. They know what they want. They know their markets. They know their products. We know how to put factories together for them to achieve that. Now, with respect to your question, we can come in on site and we can scan or measure. We have our own scanners, and we've been scanning for a long time now. We can build our new 3D factories inside the scans, so we make sure we actually pick up all the bits and pieces. We can produce plans for them. We can share the development with them over Teams and other programs so that we do not have to be on their site. We can do a lot of it from our own office. Mm-hmm. However, when necessary, we'll go to site. It's not a big deal. We're factory people. We love going into factories. Yeah.
Wonderful. And even though we've only had a short time at Food Pro, it's only Monday. What's something that surprised you? Has anyone dropped by your stand and said something interesting? What surprised you about the show so far?
Some people have just come past and said, we weren't expecting to find a company like you here. There are a few other bigger players and there are a few people around, but we're pretty special in what we do, and there's not a lot of companies our size that businesses can approach. There are the big ones if you want to spend $500 million on a factory, and they are great companies to go to, and that's probably a bit big for us. But for a lot of even the tier one players who are only changing out, say, one or two production lines or something like that, we fit perfectly. And they are coming along and saying, didn't expect to find you here. It's really great. Can we have a chat? We have this planned and we don't know how to do it. And we say, you're the expert, but we can help.
Wonderful. And is there anything that you're looking forward to showcasing?
Showcasing.
So at your stand, is there anything you're looking forward to? Like, what are you most looking forward to telling people or sharing with people? Obviously, apart from how great you are and what you can offer to people.
I think it's just an understanding of our difference, that we don't claim to be expert in what they do. There are people around that says, oh, you're in a factory, we're expert in that sort of factory. We're not. Our clients are the experts. We are just there as their engineering team to help them develop what they are expert in. And that's the big message, really. When they need that engineering support, the factory layout support, they don't know where to turn, we come and we will be involved with them as long as they want or as short as they want.
Do you think that's one of the challenges of your particular area of the industry, of where you're trying to get across to people who might not know that these like resources are available to them?
It certainly is a challenge, because when you come to Food Pro, a lot of people come to look for the shiny stuff. And I'm not being rude to the shiny people. There is some brilliant stuff here. It's amazing what's on this show. And when they do know what they want, they forget that they just have to put it together properly. And that's what we're good at.
I have a follow-up question, another challenge question. When you are putting it together properly, what can be one of the challenges for you that you can rise to?
People forget about, for instance, waste streams. Everybody thinks about getting in the raw materials. Then they forget about the waste streams. But designing for waste at just about every part of the process, there's something added, and there's a product to go to the next part of the process, and there's possibly a waste stream. And often people don't manage that, and there can be huge expense, and factories can wind up a real mess if those sorts of challenges are not recognised right at the start, just the volume of waste streams. And of course, we're all trying to eliminate that. Everybody here doesn't want waste, but at the moment, in real life, it's a problem. So that sort of stuff, not just the main flow of the product, but what has to come. How do you get it in and out efficiently with all its other bits and pieces?
Absolutely.
That's what we can do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pete. For our live listeners, where can they find you at Food Pro?
We are at stand G44. Now, that's go to 44, but if you can walk along the back wall and find the wonderful people at Food and Drink Business with all the microphones, then they'll just point to us around the corner from them.
You're our neighbour.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Pete.
Thanks very much for this opportunity.
Cool. Well, thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pippa. And this is Grant thinking he's going to have to call himself Paul or Phil, because I'm not fitting in with the P crew here. But folks, thanks very much for tuning into this Food and Drink Business interview that was, like all the others, conducted live on the exhibition floor at Food Pro 2023. We'll be back shortly with another informative discussion sponsored by TriMat Systems. And they've asked me to say, are you looking to reduce labour processes resulting in a boost in your profits? TriMat Systems offers automation solutions that will take your productivity to the next level. Contact them today at trimat.com.